What is up, everybody? Today we are doing a 12.0 tier list. Like last time, I'm breaking it up into 3 videos, which is going to be bottom tier, low tier, mid tier, high tier, and then top tier, so I can give each character their own time to shine. I will be uploading the 2 other videos probably within the next couple days, so you can just look out for them. But with all that said, 12.0, a lot of stuff changed in the game, so let's get into low tier. But before you do that, you should also scroll down and subscribe to the channel and ring the bell notification so you can get notified every time I upload a video. Because again, I know I've been doing too many analyses maybe, but I promise I'm trying to do the guides. They just take a while and it's hard for me to get into that rhythm, but they're coming, I promise. But enjoy the video. Tier list time! Also, for reference, the bottom 2 tiers are not ordered because it doesn't matter. They're all bad. So first off, we have Little Mac. He used to be the second worst character, now he's the worst character. I don't care that Peanut top 8 at a local. This character is so inconsistent, so bad, you can camp them out on platforms, you can hit KO punch out of them, they barely have combos. The best thing that Little Mac has aren't even his ground normals. It's literally down tilt 2 frames into either forward tilt or side B to get kills. That's the best thing about this character. Otherwise, he struggles. A lot of his stuff is punishable on shield by most characters. He doesn't have aerials, doesn't have jump. Yeah, it just doesn't matter. I mean, he's still the worst, but it doesn't matter. Like, if you're like, oh, well, Little Mac is slightly better than Ganon. I'm like, okay, that's cool. Ganon also sucks. Got a little bit better because of the nerfs, or the buffs rather, for his up B. Still really bad though. His neutral still suffers. Disadvantage doesn't exist because it's so bad. His offstage is still terrible, even with the buff. It doesn't matter. It really, the character is just bad. There's nothing redeemable about this character. Literally nothing. Like, he has a top 7 Nair in the game and still somehow nothing redeemable. That's crazy. Next up, Dr. Mario. Still sucks. Still really bad. He's not mobile. You can run from Ganon, you can platform camp Little Mac, you can run from Dr. Mario. He doesn't have enough combos to make up for it. He has really good kill potential, but he's also going to die off stage. Like, offline, people can just slowly just stay out of his range, like, and just play mid-range the entire time, and he can do nothing about it. He has some okay matchups, because there are other slow characters that are better, but it doesn't matter. Like, oh, Pill doesn't actually do anything because he's never close enough. Or you just run away from it and jump over him because he's slow as hell. Like, you can never force interactions that are in your favor, unless the person just is letting you. And also in bottom tier, this might be a little harsh. I think it might be a bit harsh. DK. I think this character is really bad. No, I'll put him in low tier. Not bottom tier. These are bottom 3. DK is still really bad. DK is a bad character. He has mobility, and he has good moves, actually. But there are so many things that are wrong about this character. His disadvantage is the second worst in the game. His neutral is okay, because a lot of things are just punishable, except for down tilt. I don't even know how safe is down tilt. Down tilt's minus 12. Wow, that's really bad. I thought that was safer. So, like, that's just punishable by shield grab. That's terrible. Holy crap. I thought that was, like, minus, 8 or something. That's so bad. Holy. So yeah, basically has nothing safe on shield. He has I think some aerials are safe on shield. And like dash attack can be like minus 2 or something. But like overall, just nothing is safe on shield. So anything he does is punishable on shield by most characters. He has a bad recovery. He can get hit out of it by like everyone. He can't get off the ledge. Yeah, he has like Ding Dong and he has a couple of other good things. But if people just understand how to play this matchup and know what to punish, he literally just can't play neutral and can't play anything. His advantage is pretty decent, but it's not good enough to make up for all of his shortcomings. And again, these 2 tiers don't really matter, it's just I have to go over them at some point in some order. So next up, let's go over Isabelle. Her game plan just isn't good enough. Doesn't have a good enough way to beat shield, because her command grab doesn't beat shield. I think she's just bad. Like, slingshots are the only redeeming quality for her, and her jab infinite, but jab, honestly, even somehow with jab down smash and jab forward tilt and all that stuff, still somehow bad. Annoying for tall characters, but like it doesn't do anything. Like over time, it just, and like she can't even kill that well. Like she has to edge guard you in order to get kills, but if she doesn't get them, then she's putting herself off stage to then die because her recovery has no hitbox. And like I don't know, it's hard for her to get off ledge if you just like shield the immediate slingshot. Next up, again, these 2 orders, like this is obviously separate from this, but this all, like the order of this tier doesn't matter. I'm just talking about characters that are in this tier. Plant. Plant's bad. Plant has 1 game plan, and 1 game plan only, and like 50%, or like every good character just doesn't have to care about it. The edge trapping's not good enough, and just don't run into Patui, and otherwise he has like nothing. His edge guarding is bad. His super armor doesn't matter. His recovery is like annoying, but you can kind of still hit it for the most part. Poison Cloud is like, it's still in theory good, but it doesn't. You just avoid it. It just doesn't matter. It's not like he gains anything for you just waiting there. Just get all the super heavies out of the way. We got Rool. Rool is a bad character. If, again, you know how to punish Nair on shield, let's look at it. If you know how to punish this move, which I know it says -4, -5, but a Rool is not going to do it right before they land because they have to armor themselves for landing. So it's always going to be something like -10 or -11, or even -8 or something. Most characters have a 5-frame aerial. He loses to like every top tier. He struggles with literally everything. He has Crown, which is just bad because you just react to it. His Blunderbuss is bad because it doesn't matter and you can't actually edge trap with it because there's always an option that gets around it. He doesn't really have combos. Mash out of down throw. His back throw is really good. His back throw is like literally one of the better kill throws in the game, honestly. It sends at a terrible angle so you can get edge guards. But it's just, he doesn't have anything safe enough and he doesn't play neutral in any type of good way. And then you can just edgeguard him. Like, he has one of the most edgeguardable recoveries in the game, assuming you aren't, like, a really big character who can't grab the ledge and drop down and do stuff. Like, annoying online, but he's bad. Bad offline. To continue with the super heavies, hey, King Dedede. Bordo's annoying, but once you learn how to hit it back, this character becomes really bad. He's slow, doesn't really have that many combos. He can edgeguard decently well, actually, with, like, back air, nair, and forward air, but nair sends up, so it doesn't really help. Multiple jumps. Yeah, super armor is recovery, so it's not as abusable as, let's say, Rool, DK, Ganon, Bowser. But, it doesn't do anything. You can either try to 2-frame it, or you just edge trap him because he can't really get off the ledge. You just cover ledge jump. And that's all they want to do, because they're going to go like, jump, 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 back here. That's all they do. You can just slow the down against this character, and they can't do anything. Like, neutral is terrible. It's just a struggle. How safe is forward tilt? Like, their best move in neutral is, like, forward tilt. And it's -21. So you can drop shield 10 frame something. He struggles with, like, every aspect. And the buffs that they've given him don't matter. Like, Inhale's not good offline, because you just roll away from it, or roll through him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this character's supposed to do. Also down here, Metaknight. This character has no good game plan in this game, because sometimes he can kill you with dash attack, but also, that's all he can do. So he's going to play mediocre neutral with weird sword moves, hope he cheeses you, and if he doesn't, he loses because he gets out-killed, and out-comboed, and out-damaged, and out-neutraled by most characters in this game, even though he has a sword. His sword sucks. He's good edge guarding, with nair and back air for sure. Like, those are actually very good moves. But he has to hit you first. And I don't know, you just don't get hit. And also, some of his stuff just doesn't work. Like, I've seen so many times that, like, Meta Knights get the ladder combo, and then up B misses, and then they die to up air in bubble. Yeah, like, basically the only way he gets kills is nair, back air, forward smash, and forward smash, like, people think it's, like, the best forward smash in the game, or, like, somewhere up there. It's really not, because it's tiny. It is so small, it has no lag, but it's so small, so if you are hitting people with forward smash, you are hard reading them, in which case you are outplaying them. That's not a character thing. I don't know, I think this character struggles with projectiles, he struggles with range, he struggles with better close quarter combat characters, which is like every character. Next up, Lucario. So Lucario's kind of awkward, because I still don't have a lot of experience against him or watching him, to be honest. Like, he's probably my least understood character, that or like Mii Swordsman, but at least I've run into Mii Swordsman on Elite Smash. Lucario is he's just weird. I feel like he doesn't have a good game plan besides hope that he hits people when he's at 110. His recovery is decent, but you can hit it, and at lower percent that's not that good if you have like a low percent edge guarding character. Again, the biggest problem with him is there are so many characters in this game that just kill like this, like that, like this, just at any percent, it doesn't matter, like so early, and like he's not gonna get rage or aura versus them. So he doesn't get aura against a lot of the cast. Like even some bad characters, like the ones that are already on the list, like Rool, Dedede, like those characters, you're not gonna like get aura versus, because they're just gonna kill you. It's hard. It's a struggle, in my opinion, for Lucario to get a lot done. He has like a good matchup with Pikachu, ironically. Of the other top tiers, I literally don't know who else he can do good against besides like maybe Peach. So he just struggles against like a lot of the cast, because a lot of the cast is like, oh, we have these flaws, but haha, cheese at 40, and then they can just spam that, because if they're wrong and Lucario hits, then you take 20%, and then you just keep trying to kill him at low percent, and you win like that. I think he's much better online, because you're going to miss those kill confirms, and that's a big deal. But offline, I feel like you're just not going to miss that. You're not going to let him get back to stage. You're not going to let him land as easily. I don't know. I think he struggles. Another character that struggles is Ice Climbers. Ice Climbers has a lot of good stuff about them, obviously. They have their crazy combos, so they have Side B, they have Blizzard, they have desyncs. But a lot of the desyncs are kind of fake, and they kind of just, you can always just jump around them or avoid them, especially if Popo's the one doing the special, because Nana can't go that far away from Popo, so you gotta pay attention to that. Obviously, they can lose half their character, and unlike Rosalina and Luma, they don't get them back for the stock. This character is really susceptible to timeouts. People don't do it because they don't care, but in theory, like, if you are up against Ice Climbers, like, if I'm at 30% and I kill Nana, and I will Thunder Jolt them and then run away the entire time, because they can't bring back a lead, because it's one Ice Climber, they don't have scary combos, they don't have anything. They're really susceptible to edge guards, even with Nana as well. People just don't know to, like, wait for Nana to grab the ledge, then run off and hit them. Like, I feel like there's a lot of matchup inexperience against Ice Climbers, but I think overall they just struggle with a lot of characters, and also they have some of the worst matchups in the game, like 4 of them. Like, Ice Climbers Pac-Man is, like, unwinnable. Ice Climbers Belmont is unwinnable. Ice Climbers Snake is unwinnable. Ice Climbers Min Min is unwinnable. Ice Climbers Shulk is probably unwinnable. Ice Climbers Game & Watch seems unwinnable. Like, there are so many bad matchups, like, bad matchups for this character, and I don't know how they would get around it besides having a secondary, and if you have to have a secondary for, like, 7 or 9 characters, like, you need to, or you're not going to win, like, at all, that's a bad character. Plus, people just don't know what the hell they're doing versus this character. Like, this is a character that has a lot of matchup inexperience as a buff. Like, if you know the matchup and you know how to, like, kill Nana, and you realize that Nana can run through you, so just, you know, don't charge your smash attack for too long, character struggles. Another low tier, Incineroar. Incineroar is also bad. He's, in my opinion, better than the other, these 3 super heavies, because he has a command grab, and a better way to deal with shield, and he has pretty good normals. Like, right, down tilt, up tilt, forward tilt, up air, back air, nair, like, all those are good moves. But he's also the least mobile character in the game, and mobility is really important in a game where people can just jump over you or jump to a platform and then jump up. If you can react to side B, which you can do offline, now he suddenly doesn't have a good burst option because you just dash backwards, or spot dodge it, or roll it and punish him for it. He has a bad recovery, he has a bad way to get off ledge, he has a good counter, but also it's not really that good of a counter because a lot of people can just abuse it for, like, abuse him for countering. He does a ton of damage if he wants, and he can sometimes kill really early, but, like, against better players and better characters, he just doesn't get those opportunities. Even, like, mid characters, he doesn't get those opportunities. And if you're just playing the mid-range correctly, like, at the edge of his side B range, like, he can't do anything. He has to, like, run and try to do something, but, like, the only thing you're scared of is, like, side B and short hop fair. Like, Incineroar gets camped out, and obviously, like, you can't just spam projectiles at him because he will just revenge them over and over again, but, like, I don't know. He just struggles in, like, every aspect of the game except for, I got the hit. But even then, his advantage state is bad because he's so slow, so if you have, like, any type of get out of jail option in disadvantage or, like, anything like that, you just kind of avoid him. Also low tier. This is such a weird pick for me. I think Ridley's low tier. I don't think he has good enough tools or a good enough game plan to really end with a lot of the high tiers. He has decent hitboxes, but, like, I feel like they don't coalesce into a kit. Ridley, I was so happy Ridley was in the game, but I just don't think he has hitboxes that make sense in a lot of neutral situations. Like, he either has to, like, dash back F tilt or nair, and, like, that's it. Because, like, down tilt, I feel like for some reason isn't that good. Forward air's not that good. Up air's not that good because it's kind of small. And, like, you need, like, up tilt up air specifically, or up air's not really that good. You have side B, which in my opinion is gonna be you can mash out of it. Fireballs are bad. Like, his 2-framing is amazing. Like, it's one of the best things about him. Like, forward tilt, forward smash 2-frames are very good. His edge pressure can be kind of scary. And he's a mobility. Maybe he's, like, the end of mid-tier. Like, the bottom of mid-tier instead. Yeah, I'll do that. He's the bottom, but, like, he's still, like, a bad character. Like, I feel like he struggles a lot with a ton of stuff. Okay, that was slightly out of order, which my bad. Another low tier, in my opinion. I know they just won a local, but also locals are locals and not actual big tournaments where you're gonna play a ton of your bad matchups. The Belmonts. Dom's amazing, don't get me wrong, but I think that character is bad. Like, the thing about Ultimate is characters that are down here, you can still do well with these characters. Like, obviously, there's a PGR. Kirby Kid made it in Smash World Tour. Brood got, like, second at a major when Plant was still, like, people didn't know what was happening. So, like, this game, you can do decently well with the bottom tiers because the game is overall balanced. Like, the bottom tiers are, like, a 5 out of 10, you know? Just because that's how the game works. But I still think the Belmonts are really bad. They are not consistent because they are so exploitable off stage and they are so exploitable on the ledge. They have a decent amount of shield option in terms of up B. Their neutral's really hard, and if you're wrong once, you could potentially die because you're just gonna get hit and get hit off stage. Like, these characters aren't unviable. That's just like, hey, you're either secondarying them or you have a secondary, or you're gonna get 30-30 meters at best. or you're just hoping people up a lot, which still happens because the game is still relatively new. Maybe not now because of online, but like in terms of offline, it was like, oh, the game's only a year and a half old. I don't even think the Belmonts have a decent matchup spread. I think like the only two relevant characters that I can think of that they have like a good matchup with is like Luigi and like maybe Ness. I don't know about that, but like maybe. I think they also do well versus Ice as I mentioned. But like, I think their matchup chart is a lot of struggles. I think it's a lot of people not knowing how their setups work. So just again, matchup inexperience, stop neutral getupping versus Holy Flame, or like down B. Yeah, I feel like people just need to respect this character more in terms of like don't think he's like super bad. So you can't just like run over him. But if you like give him a little bit of respect, suddenly it's like, oh, all of your moves aren't working anymore. You stop getting hit by like the setups that they have. You like jumped, or you just held shield in certain situations that you hold shield. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of situations where it's just like people don't know what to do versus this character, and I'm probably biased because I play a super mobile edgeguard hyper carry character, right? But I don't know. I feel like this character still struggles in a lot of situations, and people don't abuse that enough. And the last low tier, which I will make a video about him more specifically as well, but Marth, his buffs didn't matter. His buffs didn't help. Oh, dash attack's a little better. I've never seen a Marth dash attack in neutral ever. Maybe that was because it was bad, but I've never, like, it's not an applicable move. Neither is up tilt. Down tilt tipper doesn't really help because Marth isn't one of those characters that's gonna down tilt for tech chases. I mean, he can, I guess, but like, it doesn't really help. And like, it's honestly worse to have a good tipper because now you're gonna have more time to react and the guy up so that you don't get put in the tech chase. Marth is just bad. He struggles to kill, he's not consistent, and even if he can get kills early, the fact that you can be in a tournament setting and not get a kill at 160 in the back air from like center stage because you didn't tipper is really, really bad. Like, that stuff just doesn't work in tournament. You can't just be inconsistent because it's not like it's part of his game plan to not kill until 150. It's not like he does a ton of damage to combos so then he doesn't kill late. Like, you know, it's different when like a Marth lives until, or a Marth's opponent lives until 150 and Pikachu's opponent lives to 150, because I'm okay with that because I did 80% in one combo, or I have all these other good things where Marth does not. Marth wants to kill at 80 or 90 and he just doesn't often. But yeah, the scene is more consistent and she's scarier because Marth just can't do anything. Like, Marth just can't. Like, Marth isn't scary. Or he's scary because in theory you might die at 50, but then you don't, and then you keep playing the game and you're fine. And yeah, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, social media, Panda, and partner stuff is down below. Let me know if you agree or disagree. I'm sure you disagree with the Marth, but other than that, I'm not sure if you agree or disagree with the other placements that I had. So let me know, and I will see you all next time.
Pikachu, busted.